Hello, and welcome to Mr.ClixFlix. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Clix, working every day to bring you the best Heroclix channel available on YouTube. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the attack power known as Quake. Quake is designated by this yellow-green power here over the character's attack value. In the 2013 Powers and Abilities card, Quake says, give this character a close combat action. This character's damage value becomes 2 and is locked. Make a close combat attack that targets all opposing characters. This character can attack with a close combat attack. Each hit character is knocked back 2 squares. So, for our example figure here, we have the Thor, the common one, number 5, from Marvel 10th Anniversary. And let's go ahead and get into an example here. Let's say the opposing characters are Cyclops and Emma Frost from Avengers vs. X-Men. And we'll go ahead and throw on Colossus just for good measure. Okay. So the first thing it says is that give this character a close combat action. His damage value becomes 2 and is locked. So if you see Thor's regular damage is a 4, so you'd take that down to a 2, and after that you can't perplex it up, it can't be modified or anything. Make a close combat attack that targets all opposing characters. So what that means is you have to look at each opposing character's defense. Emma Frost has a 17, Cyclops has a 17, and Colossus has an 18. I know that you guys can't see it, but it's there. And so he makes his attack roll that targets all opposing characters. So Thor has a 10 attack. He needs a 7 to hit Cyclops and Emma, and an 8 to hit Colossus, and that would be everybody would get hit if he rolled an 8. So let's go ahead and roll our dice. And he did. He rolled his 8. Okay? So, what this means is that each character would be dealt 2 damage. Okay? So Emma's taking her 2. Cyclops is taking her 2. Or his 2. I'm sorry. And, well, Emma Frost has a power called Super Senses. But we're going to ignore that because we haven't covered the defensive powers really yet. And Colossus has a power that reduces the 2, so we're not even going to bother with that. Then what would happen is each character is also knocked back 2 squares. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you see they're getting out of frame here. And 1, 2. Okay, and it has to be in basically a straight line. So that's how that works. And you see, even though Colossus didn't take damage, he was still knocked back his 2 squares. So that's important to note, is that even if the character is not dealt the damage, they're still knocked back to give your guy a little bit of breathing room. Now, it doesn't matter how many characters that your guy is surrounded by. That is, it just becomes 2 and they're all dealt it that are adjacent to him. Let's see here. Also note that unlike Energy Explosion, this one is for just opposing characters. So let's say that Spider-Man was right here trying to help out Thor on the same team. Spider-Man would not take any of the Quake damage or the Quake knockback. So that's important to note. And that's basically it about Quake. Damage value becomes 2. Make 1 attack roll that targets all the opposing characters. Then you figure out how the damage is dealt, taking into account the special powers, or the defensive powers. And then each character is knocked back 2 squares. There are a couple caveats in there, like if the character has charge and a couple other things, but we'll get into that later in a different video. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. so that you can be one of the first to view my Heroclix videos as they become available. Until next time, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.